Universe. So this movie has zombies, vampires, demons, ghosts, possession, assassins, hitmen, insane, deranged, mentally handicapped killers, and creepy ass doctors. Man, this movie was awesome. Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys. I'm your host, as always, C-Dubs. And guys, I'm running solo on this video. And if I sound a little off, I'm kind of coming down with a cold, so I do apologize. I do have a cough drop in there too, so hopefully it won't make too much noise rattle around my teeth. That was my dog. And guys, we are still continuing the 31-day Halloween horror movie challenge. And today's movie is Patient 7. This is a movie that flew really under the radar in my book. I didn't even know it existed until I was just kind of doing some research on different horror movies and everything. And then when I saw some of the actors that were in this movie, I was like, I got to see this movie. And just to kind of give you guys a rundown, this film kind of centers around Dr. Marcus, a renowned psychologist, and he has kind of gone to the Spring Valley Mental Institute and has selected a few of the worst, most mentally ill patients that anyone has ever seen, and he's just kind of studying them for some research for his new book. And he has a slew of books that he's already written. He's a famous author on top of it all. And this is actually an anthology movie, kind of. This is an anthology movie that I've never seen the likes of, if you will. It's a movie with, inside the movie, as we get to know these different characters, the different patients, each tells their own different story, and each one is directed by a different person, has obviously different actors in it, and that's how the anthology of it all kind of connects. And through it all, there's some twists and some turns that kind of come out of left field for some of us. I mean, this movie has everything from zombies to psychopathic killers to assassins / hitmen, if you will. It has vampires and ghosts, demons. This is everything, guys. Like in a hodgepodge, if you will, of a film. Now, this movie, the actors that really stuck out to me, first and foremost, Michael Ironside. From Starship Troopers, Splinter Cell, Highlander, everything I've ever seen him in. The dude's awesome. His voice just captivates you. Regardless of him being the greatest actor or not, who cares? I know some people criticize, on his overacting, if you will. But just the dude's voice, to me, captivates me. And I was like, I gotta see this movie. The dude is creepy as hell. We have Alfie Allen also, who is very sadistic in his facial features and his mannerisms when he acts, so I was really digging that. It has Amy Smart in it, as well as, what's her name, Grace Van Dyne, and the fantastic Doug Jones. That's right, Abe Sapien fame, if you will, or Pale Man from the Labyrinth, or Pan's Labyrinth, I should say. But this movie, man, it really sets this world up for you really, really nicely. Like, we get it from the get-go. He's introducing himself to the head doctor in the Michael Ironside's character is introducing himself to the head doctor of the institute, and the guy, he goes, oh, just call me James, or whatever his first name was, and he's like, can I call you by your first name? And he's like, no, only my friends call me that. You can call me Dr. So-and-so. And I was like, this dude is awesome. And as he calls in these mentally ill patients, they all have committed crimes, and is why they are there. They have found mentally ill in the crimes that they've committed. And he slowly starts to break some of them down, some quicker than others. And the first girl gets in there, she's just basically, she has, started throwing up. She's refused to eat, and as of 48 hours ago, she stopped, wanting to drink. So, of course, they stuck her with an IV and strapped her down. So he gets her in the office, and she's like, I'd rather die than be in here. So the first thing he does, and I'm not going to spoil everything, the first thing he does is he grabs a butcher knife and runs up to her, has it by her throat, and he's about to cut her throat, and he's like, pushes her so far to the limit, and then he stops, and he goes, I think I've proven that you don't want to die, so why don't you tell me your story? And I was like, this dude is awesome. And it just kind of goes from there, and there's this guy in it, who is deathly afraid of plastic wrap, cellophane, if you will. And he proceeds to tell the story of how he was wrapped in cellophane when he died, but yet he's still there. And again, I don't want to spoil too much, but the way he just tortures the guy with cellophane, the guy's just freaking the F out, man. He's just flipping his wig. And I was like, this guy, this is like the greatest doc. This is like House on drugs, if you will, like, or more drugs, if you will. This doctor just doesn't give a shit. He's gonna cure these guys one way or another and figure out the truth to their story one way or another. And again, this movie is so wild. It goes from dealing with a demon in the first story into an assassin slash hitman, into zombies, into vampires, and it was all captivating and all done really quickly. And then by the end of it, there's a twist. Okay, and then by the end of that twist, there's another twist to the movie, and I'm a sucker for movies with a twist that especially if you don't see it coming. And there was like nothing that kind of showed this happening. It was just absolutely wild. I loved almost every single minute of it. Of course, like in every anthology, some stories are better than others. But I can't really say that I didn't like any of the stories. They were all relatively good. Some, again, better than others, but none of them I flat out... And this might be the first time I've seen an anthology movie where I was like, why is that even in here? That one's kind of stupid. They all kind of meshed well with these crazy characters. And at some point in the movie, without giving too much away, all the crazy characters kind of start coinciding with each other. And that was a kind of cool element to the story, and I wish that we could have maybe moved a little more with that, but unfortunately it was towards the end of the film, so it was really hard to do so. But it's definitely a concept to a film that I'd love to see actually happen, and I love when I can see concepts within concepts, like just something little that I could literally take and, whether through fan fiction or just actual cinematography, just kind of expanding that universe, or essentially coming up with a whole new story based off of a particular plot point or something within another story. It's just the way my mind works, and I'm sure some of you guys out there kind of feel the same way about some things. But yeah, it was just absolutely awesome. I honestly would give this a 4.5 out of 5, just because I didn't necessarily find it really scary. And granted, not many things I do find scary, but the doctor was really scary. Some of the atmosphere was scary. The hospital definitely was scary. But other than that, it wasn't necessarily a scary movie. But it's definitely a thriller. It's up there. It's paranoia to the max. I would definitely say check this out if you could find it. I'm sure you can find it online on Amazon. Check it out, Amazon Prime. It might be there. I did find it online again. So guys, definitely check this movie out if you can. Again, it's called Patient 7. And halfway through the movie, or actually almost by the end of the movie, you'll kind of be like, well, why the hell is it called Patient 7? Because there's again, part of that twist is that Patient 7. So definitely kind of see if you can kind of figure out what's going to happen before it does, and let us know in the comments below if you've seen this movie. If and when you do see this movie, let us know. Again, come back, tell us. And guys, don't forget to let us know if there's any suggestions to movies, some of your favorite horror movies that we should watch, or some like low-key, under-the-radar type movies that you think not a lot of people have seen, so we can go ahead and kind of get it out there to the masses, guys. And please, please, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the video, guys. This lets us know we're doing a good job. This helps us kind of register. And from all of us, from DPZ to Jay to myself, again, guys, we're doing this out of love and passion, but we're also trying to create this as a company for us all. And as we expand, we can do more for you guys with giveaways and things of that nature. And, we all kind of deal with our own life-to-life troubles. And, hopefully this will help. I'll be able to help, DPZ and Jay. We all can help each other and kind of make this a group that's not just for me, that's not just for those guys, but it's for you guys too, where you can come and be yourselves, and we can all nerd out and geek out together, and just a community where we all treat each other with respect, and none of us are really posers, and that's one of my biggest things is I can't stand when, they put on a supermodel on a YouTube video and she talks about nerd stuff when I know the chick doesn't even read a comic book in her life. So, anyway, universe, guys, I'm done ranting on that, guys. I'm C-Dubs. I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what the next horror movie is going to be because I'm going to try to make it a surprise for me and the wife. So, till next time, peace.